Today on Making It Better, the product that I will be reviewing is the Onion Chopper Pro. This is the Onion Chopper Pro, consisting of the following items. The lid, consisting of 2 slots on either side with the grid, a chopping blade attachment, a dicing blade attachment, the food pick, and the base. The base has tabs on either side that coincide with the slots of the lid. The pick is used to remove any food items from the grid after use. To assemble, pick a blade, either one, put it into the base, it fits snug, line up the tab in the slots, and then hinge over. To use the item, put food here that you want to chop, and then hinge over and push down on the push. And here we have a red onion, already taken off the skin, slice it in half. While the cutting grid is large enough that you could possibly get this in here, if you have a little bit of overlap like this one does, I mean if it was a smaller one it would fit, but since this one has overlap, whenever you push it down to cut, it's not going to cut effectively. So what I recommend doing is go ahead, quartering these to where they fit inside the grid. Once you get them in the grid, it's very simple. You just hinge it down, push it on through. Just keep continuing doing the process until they're all chopped. And you know how long cutting a normal onion would have been. That's done. Here we have the measuring on the side, and it shows that we have just under 2 cups. To remove the food, take off the lid, same way we put it on, and just pour it into your bowl. One trick I like is I like taking the food pick and just scraping everything on out. Clean, diced onions. Very simple. And one of the good things that this does is allows you to chop a whole onion very quick without having your eyes water. So what we have here, we have 2 jalapenos that have been cut in half and had the seeds and membrane removed. Okay. We're going to dice them. Notice that they're a little bit too long, so what I do with this, just to make it easy, is I go ahead and chop them in half. One thing that you should note is you have the skin, you have the meat, always have the skin facing the grid. And then just push them on through. Remember we talked about the grid earlier? And the pick? The pick is really good for getting food items that are stuck into the grid, getting them knocked out. Okay? Which is good for when you're cleaning up later. And sometimes you get enough in here that it's worth putting in to your bowl. Last thing that we need to do is knock a little bit out of the blades here, and then just go ahead and put it into the bowl. And that saved a whole bunch of time for some nicely diced jalapenos. And lastly, we have some tomatoes here. Everyone knows that when you're cutting up tomatoes, trying to chop them up into something small, edible for like a salsa, which is what we're making here. They can slide all over the place and make a mess. So what we're going to do is we're going to swap out the dicing blade for the chopping blade, and then we're going to make slices that will fit onto the grid. greatest, the knife skills, but this makes it so much easier instead of having to, be perfect. Just put it in the grid, push it on through. The end piece, make sure the skin is facing up, push it on through. That was one tomato that quick, and it's cubed up for salsa. So in conclusion, the Onion Chopper Pro, with the chopping attachment, the dicing attachment, and the handy dandy food pick, gives you results that are not only professional, but are downright delicious. Now let's talk about the pros and cons of the Onion Chopper Pro. Pro, saves lots of time in the kitchen. Anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes a day I spend on cooking instead of prepping. It gets me to the meal a whole lot faster. It's so easy that my 10-year-old under adult supervision can use this, no problem. They actually enjoy it. It turns cooking fun for them because they get to mash a vegetable through. Didn't show you, but you can chop things like sweet potatoes, hard, roots, beets. It's not just the softer vegetables you have. Now, talking about cons. Showed you the pick earlier. It's designed for trying to get some of this stuff out. All right? Yeah, it comes out, but then you have all this stuff stuck in there. So cleaning this is a little bit of a pain in the butt. My recommendation is just spraying it with water, but running it through the dishwasher. I wouldn't advise washing this by hand. So that's kind of a little bit of a con right there. The other thing is taking the time to get all the stuff out of the grid. Takes a little bit of time. Once you get the hang of it, it's not that bad, but still time consuming. Lastly, it's a bunch of blades. You need to be safe. You need to be paying attention to what you're doing with this, or it's not just a knife with one blade. You have a whole grid of them. So in conclusion, the pros versus the cons. I run it through the dishwasher. I blast it off with a little spray nozzle in the sink. It's pretty clean. Gets it done quickly. So $20 saved me a whole bunch of time just about every night of the week when we cook. So I say value for money is definitely there. I would recommend, if not this product, one similar to it. And thank you once again for watching my product review.